morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about my four beautiful granddaughters and what I want them to know about me when I was 28 years old. One day maybe they'll stumble across a picture of me when I was 28, and boy did I have that 80s hair. It was big and it was bad. Hopefully one of these days I can dig up a picture and share it with you all, but I can't put my hands on one right at the moment. There's some things that I want them to know about me when I was 28. I thought at 28 that life came with a manual. I found out really quickly that it doesn't. At 28, I was a mom. I had one child, and I raised him, I mothered him, and I loved him the very best way that I knew how at that age. In a lot of ways, he and I grew up together. I always thought that if I tried harder, loved more, worried enough, and endeavored to be perfect, that everything would just magically work out. Well, I learned that that's not the way it goes. I thought that strong women didn't cry. They do. I thought that everybody else around me had everything all figured out. And now at 65, I find that super hilarious because I know that nobody had anything figured out at 28. Heck, we still don't have everything figured out now. I want the girls to know that I always did my very best. I want them to know that I worked hard. I want them to know that I made mistakes, but I learned from them. I want them to know also that I had a lot of fun at that age. Yeah, there was a certain pub called Clancy's in the town that I was living in at the time, and there was a whole lot of fun to be had. I laughed easily, I cried in private, and I second-guessed myself much more than I care to admit. At 28, I also went through a ton of personal upheaval, but I came out a better person, a wiser person, and a more compassionate person on the other side of it. But I had to learn the difficult lesson that some people show up in your life to teach you a lesson. They don't show up to stay a lifetime. So with my four beautiful granddaughters, I want to speak to each one of them directly this morning. I want them to know how much I love and admire them as they are growing into adulthood. I've got a 6-year-old, she's almost 7. I have a 9-year-old. I have a 15-year-old who's almost 16, and I have a beautiful bonus granddaughter who's 17 going on 18. And I just want them to know how much I admire them as they are growing and becoming who they're going to be. So I've taken some time this last week and I've written a letter to each of them, and I want to read it to them now. I hope they see it someday. I'm going to have to use notes for this because there's no way that I could have memorized all this. So I hope you enjoy my thoughts, and I hope my girls see these someday and know how much Grandma loves them. The first letter is to my precious 15-year-old. You will always be special to me. You came along 15 years ago and made me a grandma for the first time, and that's one of my most favorite things to be. When you learned to talk, for some reason you started calling me grandmother. Who knows where that came from, but I loved it. I still love it. I thought it was the greatest thing ever. So I hope in the years to come, well actually months to come, because your brother's fixing to be too, I hope you teach him to call me grandmother too, because it's just my favorite. I want to take a moment to tell you how incredibly proud I am of the exceptional young woman you are becoming. You are smart, driven, and have a work ethic that inspires me and everyone around you. At your young age, you understand what it means to make a commitment. I see you make commitments, and I see you keep them. And that type of integrity is rare, honey. It will carry you far in life. Your thoughtfulness and your willingness to help those around you don't go unnoticed. You care for and love people with all your heart. The way you love and care for your little brother touches my heart in ways that I can't fully put into words. The way he loves you back fills my heart in the best possible way. Honestly, I just can't with you two. Your relationship is just, yeah, it's the best. Your artistic gifts and your creativity shine in everything you do. The respectfulness and consideration that you show others shows the depth of your character. You are growing up, and that comes with developing relationships and connections with other people. I know you are navigating the beginnings of a relationship with your first boyfriend, and he's so nice and everyone really likes him. I know that you Oops, sorry. It makes me proud to see how carefully, thoughtfully, and responsibly you approach love and connection. Please make sure you are always guarding your heart. Know your worth and accept nothing less than kind, caring, and respectful treatment from a partner. Just take a look at your mom and dad. Look at how your dad treats your mom and never ever settle for anything less. You have been blessed with a great example of what a loving relationship should look like. Keep being yourself, kind, loving, thoughtful, and passionate. Remember, you don't have to have it all figured out at any predetermined point, and you absolutely don't have to be perfect. We all make mistakes, but what matters is that we learn from them. You have a remarkable heart, honey, and you make the world a much better place. I love you more than words can say, and I'm always here if you need me, cheering you on every step of the way. Love, Grandmother. Now I'd like to address my sweet, spunky 9-year-old. I want to tell you some important things while you are still 9 and full of wonder. You, sweetheart, are one of the most interesting people I know. You are highly intelligent, wise beyond your years, and you are so intuitive. You notice things many adults miss. I love the way your mind works, always questioning, always wanting to understand how the world turns and how it all fits together. Your curiosity about science, animals, and geography makes me smile. When you talk about planets, animals, biomes, which when you told Grandma about biomes, you were teaching me something, or faraway places, your eyes light up. Never lose that curiosity. It is a gift that will take you to amazing places. I so admire your compassionate heart. You care deeply about people and animals. You feel things strongly, and you are so kind even when nobody's watching. The way you love and care for your baby brother so fiercely shows what a loyal, loving, and protective heart you have. You don't miss a thing. You notice all the little details in the world and in people, and that makes you special. You understand things so much more than other kids your age. Always trust your heart. As you grow into a young woman, know this: you are enough. Always remember the best version of you is the real version of you. Know your worth. Accept nothing less than being treated with love and respect. Never stop asking questions. The world is a big, fascinating place, and your mind is meant for big, fascinating things. Be gentle with your heart. Because you are so compassionate, you will feel things more deeply than other people do. Make sure you care about yourself too, and always remember that your feelings also matter. Trust your instincts. You notice everything. You have a unique ability to read the room. You pick up on all the details. Always listen to that inner voice. She will guide you. Understand that making mistakes is part of growing up. Nobody is perfect. Being brave enough to learn from your mistakes is what matters. And most of all, remember how truly and deeply you are loved. Watching you grow is one of the great joys of my life. I cannot wait to see where your bright mind takes you. Never forget how very special you are. I love you, Grandma Kyla. And now I want to address my sassy, sweet little 6-year-old. There are so many things I want you to know at 6, almost 7 years old. First of all, you are wonderfully made. You are smart in ways that never fail to surprise me. You are a thinker and you ask big questions. You always do your best. You figure things out with your bright, busy mind, and that is a joy to see. And you are so silly and you are so happy. And you are funny. Oh my goodness, are you funny? The stories you tell, the faces you make, and the silly jokes you come up with. And not to mention that wonderfully infectious giggle. And some of your off the cuff comments crack me up. You light up the room, sweetheart. Never ever lose your sparkle. You are kind. I see it in the way you care about people, especially your family and specifically your brother. He is so lucky to have you. Hold on to that kindness, even if things get harder as you grow up and become an adult. Kindness, compassion, and empathy are superpowers. You are so creative. Whether or not you are in your art room or baking in the kitchen or helping your mom cook dinner, your mind is full of color and wonder, and your imagination is limitless. Remember, as you grow into a young woman, there is no limit to what you can create or who you can become. And yes, my girl, you are a little sassy, and Grandma loves that, and it's okay. I love that at your young age, you have opinions and a strong spirit. It means that you are brave enough and feel safe enough to be exactly who you are. I also love that you recognize when you need time for yourself and spend solitary time as needed. That, my dear, is top tier self-care. And wow, you are only 6 and you are already have the emotional intelligence to regulate yourself. I think you are going to be just fine. Always remember, though, honey, to direct that sass for good. Stand up for yourself, speak your mind, but always do it politely, respectfully, with your best intentions, and with love. Most of all, I want you to know that you are loved exactly as you are. You don't have to be perfect, and you can and will make mistakes. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. Just make sure, sweetheart, that you learn from them. All you have to be is you, precious you. You are loved more than you know, and you are loved unconditionally. As you grow into a young woman, please remember to know your worth early, and remember to carry yourself with confidence. Choose people who choose you. And remember, some people will be a lesson, not a lifetime. Your voice matters. Even at 6 years old and throughout your life, your voice does and will matter. Always speak up for yourself. You don't have to have it all figured out. I still don't have it all figured out. Listen to the little voice in your head. She will usually be right. Make sure you ask for help when you need it. Apologize when you are wrong. And try not to get tied up trying to be perfect. None of us are. And trying to be perfect is a waste of time. I learned that the hard way. Shine bright, sweet girl. I love you to the moon, Grandma. Now I want to take a minute and I want to address my beautiful bonus granddaughter who's 17, soon to be 18. I want to share some things with you, even though I've only had the joy of knowing you for a couple of years. You have already made a huge impression on my heart. Getting to become your bonus grandma has been one of the nicest surprises of my life. I may not have known you since you were little, but I feel so lucky to know you now at this exciting time in your life as you are becoming an adult. I do, however, know that you were completely adorable when you were little. I've seen the photographic evidence. From the first conversation we've had, I could see you were thoughtful, kind, and intelligent. You have a natural way with people. You truly engage in conversations, and that is a rare quality in someone your age, and it will serve you well in every aspect of your life. I very much admire how goal-oriented you are. You take your future very seriously, and you work hard towards things that matter to you. The world needs more talented, focused, and capable young women like you. I also love how you care about animals. Your compassion for them shows so much about your heart. It shows gentleness, patience, and kindness. These qualities are just as important as any accomplishments you will ever achieve. As you get closer to adulthood, there are some things I would like you to keep in mind. You don't have to have everything figured out right away. Plans change, interests grow, and opportunities appear. Embrace your journey. Always trust your instincts. Honor that little voice inside your head. She won't steer you wrong. Know your worth. Surround yourself with people who appreciate you, respect you, encourage you, and love you. You deserve nothing less. Continue to work hard towards your goals, but don't forget to have plenty of fun along the way. Be gentle with yourself when you make mistakes. Nobody becomes an adult without a few stumbles. Remember that your worth is not tied to grades, achievements, or other people's opinions of you. You are valuable because of your character, your kindness, and your intelligence. Even though I came into your life a little later on, please know how proud I am of you and how much I am enjoying getting to know you. I am honored to even be a small part of your journey. Love, Kyla. Well, there you have it. Letters to my girls. I hope someday they see them. And I hope maybe this inspires some of you to maybe talk to some of your kids. So if there's anything you like in this video, or if you want to see what I come up with next, please hit the subscribe button. I'd be interested in comments, and a girl could always use a few likes. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye.